You're now tuned in to Spyke Tea on Make It or Break It 336 Media. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get spiked, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's the host, Miss Sugar. You know what? I'm so iced out, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I got that sugar for your tea. Now,
Yeah.
if you're not following me, I don't know why you're not following me, but make sure you do. And Miss Sugar Host 336. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. I'm there. And I just want to also give a shout out before I pass it over to my girl Cookie. It is her birthday. I just want to say happy birthday, boo. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. Thank
But I'm
you.
gonna go ahead and turn it over to my girls because it's gonna be a hot show tonight, and I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am. It's your girl Dior. So sweet and stay in her bag. But be careful where you spill that tea, because I am the tea. And follow me on all social medias at Dior336. Yep.
Y'all already know, boo. I am Cookie. Don't come around here looking for no milk because all I got for you is tea. And today I got birthday cake.
Oh.
No, that's not just it's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. You know what I'm saying? So let's get
Girl
back to
party like it's my
it.
birthday.
Right. Now, I know y'all are used to the tea, but here on Spike Tea, we put a little something extra in it for you and something real in it for you guys. We're talking about some hot topics that's the realness. And tonight we're going to be bringing you like the realness, like bitter baby mamas. Like, when is it time to start breastfeeding? And let me see, do y'all be influencing y'all kids? We're going to find out tonight. I'm trying to tell you. But you know what? Let's get into it. Let's just get into it right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna hit you in the gut. I'm gonna get you where it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
When folks be beating their kids. All right.
Mm.
Now we understand off the break that when you do wrong, you get a spanking. When you haven't listened to your parents, you get a spanking.
Yes.
But does that influence the way children become adults?
Yeah.
Now, the reason I want to bring this to that subject is um, back in even slavery days, the way Massa controlled his slaves was to beat them. You don't do what I want you to do, I'm gonna beat you. You don't do it the way I want you to do it, I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
So then all we had were, those parents that watched it. Oh, this is what discipline is. So generations upon generations upon generations ended up not really understanding the difference between disciplining and rearing a child. I want to get into that, y'all. What y'all think? Because I got so many balls of things I want to say about it, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear what other people have to say as well.
Okay. Well, did you had a clip for that,
Yeah.
or because you had some examples that you had wanted with that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have a
So
clip.
how
There's
do you feel about it?
raising
Because
a black female.
that is a pretty
Yeah.
good subject. So how do you feel about Dior? I'm gonna go ahead and pass that on to you before I put my input on that.
Well, I know growing up, you know, people always like the moms and well, I'm gonna just say parents, not just the moms, but the parents have a lot of ordeal with telling kids like they can't speak about a lot of things in the house after they done tortured or beaten them, and it brings a lot of tension in the family. Like it makes them go out and do crazy things, and as we talked about last week, depression and stuff that everybody go through. It's really starting off with the kids and the beatings and telling them they can't go out and go tell nobody about them, showing up at school with bruises and stuff like that. I done had to deal with family members going through those type of situations and friends going through those type of situations. So I really think it does affect kids in the long run.
So as those children grow up, does it affect them being able to emotionally process the things that become difficult for them. Like it almost becomes like we're inundated with the fact that the answer to things that bother you is violence. So
Yeah.
then, as adults, when we respond that way, when something pisses us off or when something hurts us, and we respond in a I'm gonna get you for you get me type of response, isn't that kind of where that comes from?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel okay. So I feel that it is a lot of things that adults go through mentally and physically now is because of what they were put through in their childhood.
Yeah.
That a lot of stuff that happened to them in their childhood, they carried on until adults. So yes, in my opinion, it does affect a child.
Yeah.
It definitely does in every form, way, shape, form, and fashion. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have you can talk to a child a certain way, and they will be scared to talk to their parents. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like their parent can be bullied to them so much that they're even scared to have a conversation with their parent to even tell them what's going on with their life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you know, a lot of parents like boy moms tell their boys, don't cry, don't act like this, don't do that. So right now you are holding back their feelings. So
Yeah.
they grow up to not have no feelings, to not learn how to express their emotions to
Yeah.
their whoever that they're with. So yes,
Mhm.
it does definitely have an effect on the child. It
Yeah.
definitely
I
does.
mean, even down to we were just kind of raised up into it, like the Bible verse even was it, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents were taught that the way to get the bullshit gone is to beat it.
Mm.
But in this, I can't even say this generation of people, this this new inundation of people has become a you ain't gotta spare the rod. I'm already a spoiled child because the people that raised me were fucked up. The people that
Yeah.
before them were fucked up. But it like those issues didn't it wasn't meant to be abuse, but it becomes abuse. And then as we come up from that level, we end up being stuck in a space where how do we process these feelings? Because back in those days there was not the mental health, there wasn't therapists and psychiatrists and someone you can go talk to. It was just what you were used to and what you saw.
Yeah, now I ain't gonna lie now. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you do need a little pop on them legs. You do need a little, you know what I'm saying, get it together. But as far as like literally beating them now, because my grandma used to make some of my siblings and cousins them go get their switch. And then
Right.
and then
Okay.
if you didn't bring a bigger one back, you had to go
Better
get
bring
another
the.
one again. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
but
never
hey,
had to switch.
but
Never
then
had to
again,
switch.
I feel like
I got
some
punched
of
though.
some of us are a little tougher
Yeah.
than some of the kids are today. So
Yeah.
I like back then that wasn't nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they went through that stuff. And did some of us turn out fine? Yes, and some
Look,
no.
some of us used to wear
But
extra
the point is,
pants.
it does affect the child growing up in all through their adulthood. And if they
Mhm.
don't talk about it and get it out, it's always going to be there within them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that
And then
really
as
does.
adults, when they get into relationships and when they start to, have their own children, they don't know how to process those things.
I was
Mhm.
There
just gonna
wasn't
say
an
that.
outlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't know how to.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
they
I'm
think.
gonna share a little story. It's gonna be short, but like some people don't know that I'm a young mom of two. And some people don't know that I have been through sexual abuse. So therefore they look at me like, oh, how could you buy your 8-year-old son a phone and da da da? It's really, I'm really scared. And I'm not gonna lie, family, friends, none of that. I call them, and even if I think anything gonna happen, I call him and he still be looking like mama. And I think that I need to take him back some with doing that. So he won't be thinking like, oh, like I'm scared. Like he gotta be scared of life, or he gotta look and see if it's somebody out here to hurt him, or something like that, and be like, just be like me, all nervous and scared that I
Yeah.
just feel like anything, like any second that my child is not around me, something is gonna happen. So I always call, and it makes it look like I'm being like aggressive, but it's not. It's like, answer your phone. Like why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Like, you opening up the doors for people to be weird to you, and I don't want that. And people look at me like, you shouldn't be like that, but it, like, ain't nobody really pay attention to me. So I know what's in order for me to say and to do with my child as of right now. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to look at the situation as he grows up. You have to be the one to assess what he's ready for. If he is ready to go outside by himself and you trust that he will be able to make the correct decisions, that is when that age is. No one gets to put a number on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So whenever you feel comfortable with the fact that he feels comfortable is when it's time. Ain't no number on that.
That's true. Well, you know what I'm saying? I got something for us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about these bitter baby mama versus baby daddies.
Ooh, girl.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, because you know what I'm saying? This topic has been going around lately, and I just want to get everybody's, you know what I'm saying, input and opinions on it, and want to know, you know what I'm saying, how do we feel about it, and I want them to also realize what they're doing to their kids when they do it in front of them. And I just like, do they even realize that they're hurting their kids? Should the children have to go through what we're about to watch?
Get out the car. Daddy got you this weekend. No, Daddy got you this weekend. Come on. Get in the car. No, come on. Daddy got you this weekend. No, Dad. Get the fucking car. Get in the 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 car. Come on. Get in the car. Come on. Get in the car. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get in the car. No. No, you don't. No. No, you don't. Get in the car. No, you don't. Get in the car. No, you don't. Get in the car. No, don't get in the car. Don't get in the car. Get in the car. Do not get in the car. Get in the car. Do not get in the car. Get your ass in the car. Don't get in the car. Get in the car. Don't get in the car. Get in the car. Don't get. What are you doing? You break. I'll break your shit. You break my arm? Yeah, I'll break. Okay, so you got you on camera. Get in the car. You want the police? No. Don't get in the car. Don't get in the car, Cameron. Get in the car. Don't get in the car. Get in the car. Get off my arm. Get off my arm.
So if you take a look at this, this was Tammy Boston, 38-year-old Tammy Boston, and 40-year-old Jacob Miller. According to Tammy Boston, she was dropping the kids off because they have a relationship. He keeps them every other weekend. So when she got a new person in her life, a new boyfriend or whatever it is, this was the outcome of her dropping off her kids.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So this is actually a situation of a bitter baby daddy, as we can see. It's going on here. But my thing is with this, I mean, it's all good or whatever, have your thing, but who you hurting the most, you know what I'm saying? And can the bitterness go both ways? Can the bitterness go both ways? Because I hear a lot of conversation. I see a lot of conversation on social media where usually the men are calling the women this bitter baby mama, and she's da da da, she does this, does that. But then also there is a point where the man can be the bitter baby mother.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't discuss that, because if women, women get talked down a lot. And usually sometimes it is the man is feeling some kind of certain way because she's gonna move over. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some bitter baby mothers, and I have definitely seen them with my own eyes, and I'm just like, oh my God, I would never, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I feel like it can go both ways to me. And this
I definitely
right
believe it can go both ways. Now, a lot of folks want to sit there and give single mothers all of the praise, but there's also part of the reason they end up being single mothers is because the fathers didn't feel like they wanted to put up with her being more independent or being in a different position than him. A lot of the mothers are just dealing with it and being all right with it. But it becomes a threat because then, like I told you on last show, um, when a man don't know what to do when he was taught to do a certain thing. Wait, I think I said that wrong.
Well, I just feel like a lot of that come from not being done on one part of the parent, not even parent, just relationship period. Like if he wasn't done with her and his feelings wasn't done with her, once she moved on and she was tired of what was going on and tired of going through the roller coaster rides with him, that's when she, you know what I'm saying, trickle her way to something new and something better. And he just was like, oh no.
Or he trickled his way to something better. Or somebody was cheating in the meantime and somebody moved on.
But still, they wasn't done. Like once a person start acting bitter, like, okay, say if I was a guy and you was my woman or my baby mama in a relationship with me, right? And we going back and forth for this relationship and all, but you just come to a conclusion, okay, you done did all of this, I done did this, we need to just go ahead and co-parent. It's a lot of normal people out here. But when you got one person that's not done, and this person like, well, I would rather be co-parenting or whatever I got to do, or have my kids this amount of time, or you have the kids amount of time to ever deal with you in a relationship ever. So by this time, that person looking at you like, okay, well, you're not going to be happy regardless. I might as well just take my kids, because if you ain't going to deal with me in a relationship, you're not going to deal with me co-parenting. I know this.
So
I
then,
just want to
so do me a favor. Define done. How do you say, all right, this is what done looks like? Now, we can have all the arrangements in the world, but what does done look like in a peaceful way?
You getting the kids this weekend? Yeah. You getting the kids this weekday?
I say Friday.
Oh, you got a relationship? Okay, you in a relationship?
But a lot of people don't understand that.
Huh?
I said a lot of people don't understand that.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. That's why they're not done. That's why you're going to be bitter forever. You're going to be bitter, and then you're going to put the kids in a situation they don't need to be in because you wasn't done. Get your done ass on. I mean, I'm just saying.
And then children absorb energy. So when you walking around with that angry energy, they absorb that. And then motherfuckers wonder why you ain't got no, why you got bad kids.
Yeah.
Because they getting all of that energy coming up off of you.
First of all, in this video, period, both of them are wrong, because period, if he did not want the kids, okay, so all right, well, come on home. I'm not going to put my kids through something like that for them to see something like that with them arguing and stuff. They both was wrong.
Yeah.
And bitterness can go both ways. It's bitter baby mamas and it's bitter baby daddies, and they can be bitter together sometimes, and then they be bitter apart sometimes. So the fact that is what they need to think about
thrive off of a toxic situation.
What they need to think about is what them children just witnessed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing them do that, seeing him try to shut the door, her arm in the door. You know what I'm saying? Her making them get out the car when clearly they did not feel comfortable.
Girl, he jacked her up. Oh, that's not funny. I'm not laughing.
So
that's that toxicity.
That's very toxic.
That's super toxic.
It's very toxic. And I just don't understand why people. If relationships over and then y'all co-parent.
Just get on.
Like the child is involved, and they have to look at y'all and look at them do that kind of stuff. So
look at him. I got a policy. If it's in my closet and I ain't wore it in 6 months, that mean I ain't that interested in it. Throw it the hell away. If you don't like the person you with, and every time you roll over to this mother, and you say, no. If you can do that for 6 months, throw that shit away. That way you ain't got to get stuck in those stupid situations.
But what she could have helped herself out though, like if they are watching this live video, I will tell you that you should have just put your kids in the car, let them see how he was acting, and take his butt to court.
Girl, if he was gone in 6 months, you wouldn't even have to worry about that part.
You should have just got the part when he tried to slam your arm in the door. Then that's when you really would have had your kid. And he had no choice but to get his kids.
Definitely had no choice. So, but yeah, that's a topic for you right there, boy. I tell
Yes,
you.
ma'am. And that's a hell of a topic. But speaking of topic and speaking of kids, I'm gonna go ahead and spin their mind with this because I don't know there ain't nobody been paying
What you
attention.
got for us? What you
And
got?
ain't nobody been ever thinking about this, but you have been watching them Caucasian people and mother people and everybody else in the stores and stuff with their long-legged babies up under their shirt. So let's go ahead and get into these unlatched babies.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Because the study was done in a scientifically rigorous way, it's important to know that we can trust the findings are unbiased and we can have confidence that the results are accurate and true. Specifically for this study, there were 2 independent reviewers that screened all of the previously published literature. And in that process, they identified 8 studies that fit the criteria they were looking for to answer the question of how breastfeeding could impact the cardiovascular health of the mother. And together, these 8 studies included nearly 1.2 million mothers. That's certainly a big number. Again, raising the confidence that the findings from the study are real. The investigators found that women who ever breastfed during their lifetime were less likely to develop cardiovascular disease, that includes stroke, or die from cardiovascular disease, compared to women who gave birth to a child but never breastfed. And these are really important and very powerful findings.
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about it. So, yes, y'all, it was officially issued by journalists on January 11th, last month, after all these years, we done had all these kids and stuff, that it is important to keep reproducing and breastfeeding our kids. And that's not for the health of them, as you've seen on the video. It's the health for us, to lower the risk of heart disease, coronary disease, strokes, and as she said, even dying, And I know y'all looking at this video and y'all looking at this live and y'all looking at us like, child, like I'm not gonna breastfeed, due to the fact the teething and the uncomfortableness of the breast being in the baby mouth once it got teeth and stuff like that. But y'all, believe it or not, it really is lowering the risk of pregnancies, and what I'm saying, and not lowering the risk of pregnancies, pregnant women, and new mommies of having these diseases, and it's scientific facts proven 17% have, likely had strokes, 12% likely coronary heart diseases, and 19% heart disease. So y'all just need to take in mind that sometimes us looking at it like I ain't doing that might be a chance of, helping y'all. So I just want to know, mommies, when is it time? When is it time to detach?
Well, if you're talking about even the choice between breastfeeding and not, and these diseases being possible, I don't think it's necessarily an issue of when is it time to detach, but when is it time to make a decision if that's what you want to do. These same coronary diseases, in like literally it's in the air right now. Coronavirus is moving around. You've got, pneumonia, you've got the flu, you got literally you could walk outside and breathe and catch something that's gonna mess you up too. So how big of a decision is that, whether I'm gonna bring a life into the world or not?
Well, I think it's something like when you say coronavirus, don't everybody go get the shot to try to prevent it? They've been doing that for 2 years almost.
Not everybody. It's a lot of people that refuse.
Why not? So it's like, why not take a chance to actually see if that might be important to take on in life and try to, make sure your health is good by even doing that, even if you had a baby. And sometimes the milk that they having for these kids not even good for them. They be having metal pieces
it depends
inside
on whatever
the milk.
you were doing before that milk was,
Yeah, they be having metal pieces inside milk. I done seen that come about. They done had lumped up milk. They done had maggots, little dry maggots in there. So yeah, I
Wait,
really think.
whoa! Where you see that at? What the
Oh,
hell?
baby, look it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know, on Spike Tea. You know what I'm saying? We do that.
My baby drink the best kind of milk. Okay. Anyway, but now it's so studies show that that is true. But most women, you see, sometimes most women still be breastfeeding their babies, and their baby like 5.
Yeah,
That's too long.
yeah. Long legs,
You
baby. You heard what I said?
You supposed to stop breastfeeding your baby at least 1, because then they start drinking whole milk and stuff like that. But you still see, but I guess it all depends on how much that mom wants the baby attached to them. It's
I
because
was trying not to go here.
the baby don't know no different. You know what I'm
They
saying? Like,
don't.
so they don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's up to the mother to be like, nah, go drink. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You got to get some milk. But you do be seeing some women. I done seen some women have like a 5, 6-year-old still, and I'm like,
What you got going on, baby? How did you even still have milk? And another question, I really think, like, even though I researched this and they said that it's scientifically proven, it still blows my mind that at the age of 15, 16, going into the WIC office, they giving me the papers, let me know, okay, right now this is the way you give the baby the powder milk. Okay, and this is the age you give the 2% milk. So what is it? Like, you just now telling us last month. That's just like playing with our life. Like, so we don't know if we're taking you serious or not. Is it lowering our chances of our health being, risky, or
You
what?
see, you don't see no more of those. I'm getting healthy. I'm drinking milk commercials. Now they're telling your ass drink milk if you want to.
well,
Yeah.
the mother's breast milk produces way more. Like they do that at the office because they have to do the same levels as what the mother does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it becomes
Your
an
breast,
ongoing cycle because now the medications they give us for regular things that may be wrong with us. Let's say we turn around and get pregnant. Now that baby has absorbed everything that we had in us.
Yeah.
And then you giving them all these other synthetic things. Like I really feel like there's another agenda.
I don't know about
Who
that.
knows? I just know that Miss Lady that was on the video, y'all playing with our life. Because I know for a fact when I was 15, 16, y'all had me going in there. Y'all give me them little wick papers. I had to keep on going to them stores to fill out the paper, get the right milk. So I know that y'all playing with my life. Y'all telling me that right now I have a high chance of getting coronary heart disease because you want to tell us last month that it was okay to
So
breastfeed.
is she saying, okay, so is she saying that if you don't breastfeed that you would get that, or if you do breastfeed?
If you don't breastfeed, if you do, it's less likely
It
chances.
helps you with
Yeah, if you don't breastfeed, basically she's saying the shit backs up in there, and
Yeah.
it can cause a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know. It's kind of scary. I'm gonna let y'all know I didn't breastfeed. So you know what I'm saying? It's Dior Chanel on here live and direct.
Well,
I
as
love y'all.
Trap said, you're not supposed to drink milk from cows, period. It's not for us.
I believe
Okay,
that.
try.
I
Well,
believe that.
Who's it for?
well, they should have been told us that back in the day when we was breeding them animals and we was on the farm. Cause I love milk. It made my body. It does the body
Yeah.
good.
Well, I be drinking milk and stuff sometimes, but I still ain't getting no toilet, and they told me it was gonna make me grow. So I have I think I'm gonna do a lawsuit against milk. Who are the milk people?
Might be lactose.
You might be like, oh my God.
I just want y'all to know I feel like this shirt choking the hell out of me, and it's not comfortable.
Yeah, mothers, get off. I mean, it is a certain time now that you need to cut your babies off. It's not a cute look.
If little Jimmy can push his own stroller, he don't need to be in it.
Gloria Spill said, said I had 2 children and I wanted to breastfeed both. Couldn't with the first, did it with the second. Okay, cool. So, I mean, because if I had like children, I would probably best breastfeed more than give them like because
Yeah.
it's for, like we have more nutrients. That's what they're for. Back there in the days, they didn't have no powdered milk. back
Okay,
then.
so why
I
they
have a
did
question.
why they
And
didn't
I'm
put
not
in
being
the
funny,
They're
but
definitely not pure as they used to be. Definitely not.
I'm not being funny, but I do have a question.
Hmm.
Women with larger breasts versus women with smaller breasts, are you producing the same amount of nutrients when
They
you have a
produce the
kid?
You
same
fired.
amount.
You
Produce the same
fired.
amount.
Messing
Produce
with
the same amount. It's the same amount. It's just because your breasts are big and breasts are small. It's
It's
just the
like
same
buying a
amount.
pint versus a gallon. I just want to
girl,
know.
it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter because at the end of the day when you breastfeed, they go lower.
Right.
So
Okay.
when they go high, y'all go
And
low.
right, and they actually get smaller, if I'm correct. Like they get smaller or something like that. I
Okay.
heard that they get smaller. I don't know. But yeah, it don't matter. Once you pop that baby out, that breast milk can start forming, and it's
Okay.
everyone. It doesn't matter if you're big boobed, small boobed, or in between.
Okay.
Just want to clear that
Now,
up.
some women can produce breast milk. Some women can. So
Yeah. It's actually some women out here that like work, like that's their job to actually produce milk for people's babies that they can't do.
And you know where that started? Back in slave days, they were called wet nurses.
Yeah.
And it was when the white women would have their babies and they couldn't be bothered with the saggy breasts or so they handed the baby off to one of the slaves to feed their baby for them. So it was like
here,
a lady's job to
F-cup.
just nurse the babies.
she said I weighed 103 pounds with an F.
Yeah. Dang.
You think I might be
Okay. I ain't trying to be funny, but that sound like you was shaped like the capital letter P.
cooking the monkey. Girl, I know your back
Okay,
is
speaking of capital P for perfect, because let's get into. Do you want to get into this artist spotlight?
Yes, we're gonna get into this artist spotlight before we get too carried away with these
It's
topics.
her fault. It's just my birthday. I got an excuse. I'm fucked up. It's my birthday. But she don't gotta pick on me like that. She be making me do things I do.
Like, yeah. All right, so we about to get into this artist spotlight. Now, let me tell you something. We don't always bring in the talent. Sometimes we have the talent here on our own show because all of us be popping on the low. We just don't be telling y'all. But we about to bring one of them out, though, Miss Dior Chanel 336 with the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going here right now. Y'all take a look for our artist spotlight. Here you go.
Yes, ma'am. This song is called Dior. It's called Sunshine. I'm sorry.
Just having a little technical difficulties.
Right, where you at, La Video?
But in the meantime,
I'm about to say, yeah, let's
Having a
do
little
it.
technical difficulties.
since we waiting to hear you sing, we might as well go ahead and hear you sing now.
Trying to put you on the spot.
Then do a little something.
Okay, y'all. So, if don't nobody know me, I'm an artist, but I still get nervous. Watch your mouth. And I'm gonna go ahead and sing a happy birthday song instead, because I don't know what we doing. Maybe we just shook the table a little bit with these topics that the video popping up.
Shake the table.
Okay. And this is not no regular happy birthday song. Don't try to steal my song, because I don't think this is an original and don't nobody really know the song. Okay, ready? I'm just playing. Okay, y'all ready? It's your day. You're a gift. You're a treasure. You are. The candles on your cake shine as bright as any star. You can dance, you can sing, wish for any old thing. 'Cause on the day we celebrate your birth, the time upon this earth. Happy birthday, it's your day.
Yay!
I love you so
Happy
much.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday again, Miss Cook. And I tell you, since the video's not playing, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. But that was our artist spotlight right there. We ain't even
That's the artist spotlight.
But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe this video. Share. Make sure you check out the Spyke Tea page. If you not, you missing out on some great content that you done missed before. We're giving y'all a chance. You know what I'm saying? Where you at?
Where?
Peace. Have a good night.
And we ain't going